So I'm officially moving to America. I'm actually leaving. I have my visa, I did my SSATs, I submitted my withdrawal form from DC, like I never thought I was going to leave, so the fact that I'm actually leaving, it's not really sinking in that well for me. And it's actually so stressful. I haven't considered what to pack. I haven't started packing. I haven't booked my flight. I don't even know what school I'm going to be going to, let alone what state I'm going to be living in. It's New York or is it New Jersey? I don't know. And like the public education system requires me actually living there before I can even begin the process of application, and I don't live there yet. I don't know what school I'm going to, and that's scary. It's just a whole lot of major uncertainty topped on what is already an emotional mess and just turmoil. With all this, I just thought I'd explore the stages of emotion that I'm going through right now, because it's a roller coaster. It's one that doesn't really have like a direction. It just kind of comes and goes and pieces come and go and you think you're doing okay, but then it just... Denial. Denial is probably the most common, frequent one for me. I choose to talk about denial first because A, it is what I feel most often, and B, it's easiest to explain. There are times when I'm just sitting in class and I look around and I have my friends, I have the people I strongly dislike, I have the people I don't even talk to, and I am going to miss every single one of them. It isn't so much the fact that I'm going to miss them that shocks me, it's the fact that I have to miss them. I will miss them. I never thought I would need to miss them this early on in my life. These are all people who inspired me and influenced me and shaped me, whether they know it or not, in one way or the other. They've been with me for years, and the fact that I'm going to leave before any of them, I just can't really grasp it that well. And there are all these things like DP subject choices and like textbooks, no boundaries that they're talking about and they're discussing, and I'm out of that. And just the fact that I'm not going to be a part of any of that when I thought I was is just, it's mind-boggling. And if you asked me 6 months ago if I was going to be leaving DC, the answer would have been a straight up no. When I first heard that I could be moving, I was in a room full of 20 people in Vietnam and I just cried. I was a mess. It was not okay. I just really didn't want to go. 6 months later, me, now, here, with a visa. I'm actually leaving, and it still hasn't really sunk in that much. I'm never gonna sit in the same classroom with any of these guys, you know? I'm not gonna graduate with my best friends. I'm not gonna graduate with people I've known since I was 5. I'm probably not gonna do the IB, which I seriously thought I was going to do. I actually really want to. I'm not going to. There are moments when I know it's happening. I just can't believe it's happening. Don't get me wrong though, I am way more excited than I am in denial. Yeah, denial comes more often, but excitement overpowers it all the time. Honestly, I feel like my chapter in Hong Kong has come to an end. I know this sounds really pretentious, but I feel like I've like reached my peak, so to speak. Rhymes. But yeah, no, there are going to be more opportunities and more things to do and more places to explore in a brand new country than there are here. I'm not going to have any more or less free time. It's the thrill of exploring a new place and being somewhere that you're not used to, and I'm so looking forward to the difficulty and the challenge of adjusting to a brand new place. I've never moved before. I moved from the Philippines to Hong Kong when I was a year old. That doesn't count. Unlike most of my peers, I've never moved to a new school, let alone a new country. It's quite scary, but I don't think I'm being naive when I'm saying this. I think I'm going to be okay. I'm actually so interested, really excited to see the kind of person I'm going to become and how I react to the weird and new situations that I will be put in. Loss ties in really well with denial. For example, like one of my closest friends who I consider to be like a brother to me is most likely going to go to university in Australia, whereas I'm going to be going to university in America. And they're opposite ends of the world. The likelihood of us seeing each other in person in the next 6 years minimum is so slim. The dehumidifier turned on, I'm not okay with it. I think leaving in the middle of high school, so leaving at the end of year 11/sophomore year, is really sucky. It sucks. Oh my god. Mainly because like everyone's kind of figured out who they are. Obviously not entirely, but they've kind of got their flow going, kind of have their social group set up, and they've planned to carry those on for the next 2 years, whereas you kind of just cut out of that. You're gone. And then you have to re-input yourself into a place where people have already established friendship groups. So not only are you leaving something that you thought you were going to be a part of for a long long time and therefore will never see again, but you have to enter a very strong foundation. It's just really weird how much things can change over a short period of time. Like a year ago I was in a early relationship, but now I'm not. So like, what's gonna change from when I leave to when I see my best friends again? They will have all these accomplishments and I'll have all these accomplishments that I won't have been there for and they won't have been there for. There will be pain, there will be happiness, and just like, you're not gonna physically be there for any of it. I don't even know who I'm still going to be in contact with once I leave. A few of my friends either don't have Facebook or don't use Facebook often. And with Hong Kong being 12 hours ahead of New York time zones, and they will just, what will sleep be? One of my friends moved to the UK a year ago, and even though that's only 8 hours behind Hong Kong, we've barely been able to talk, and it's just, the idea that I'm going to lose touch with most of these people here, it's really sad. However, I have this good things jar. Basically what this is a jar where I put stuff in. Whenever a good thing happens to me, whether it be a good cup of coffee or a fashion show, this is the Ed Sheeran ticket concert, I don't know. So whenever something good happens to me, whether it be small or big, I will write it down on a piece of paper and put it in the jar. And the plan is on January 1st, 2016, I will open the jar and read everything inside. This is actually not full yet. I have stuff from April put in. It's very sad to think that when I open this, it will be half filled with names of people I don't see anymore on a daily basis and places I don't go to anymore. But on the other hand, it's really exciting to think that it is yet to be filled with names of people I haven't met. Appreciation. Like I said before, I think that everyone is heavily shaped by the people around them and the things around them and just the community they're in, and I am so grateful to have grown up with the people I've grown up with and to be raised in this boring town. It's not a picture perfect upbringing, obviously, I'm only human. I am one of those people who goes through life not regretting anything in their past, no matter how shitty, because it made me the person I am today. I'm really happy with how I turned out. Hong Kong has taught me to walk fast and never give up and always be ambitious and keep moving forward. Discovery Bay, yes, it's such a safe and sheltered community, but growing up in such a umbrellaed kind of community, it made me a kind person. And I'm actually so excited to begin adjusting to a less convenient lifestyle. I'm not gonna be here forever. There aren't that many places like this around the world. I'm not gonna stay here. My friends have also kindness and compassion and love and open-minded. We have all these incredible memories together. And they're just such wonderful people, and I'm so glad to have had their company, and I hope to continue that. I actually have so much to say about my friends, but that will come in a later note. YouTube won't know any of it. I'm really thankful for everything I have had to experience, and I'm equally, if not more so, excited to see what's to come. And it's a roller coaster of emotion. Leaving is stressful, but it's also wonderful. I'm just generally trapped in this glass case of emotion. In no way am I trying to say that this is how it is. If you're moving to a new country, this is what you feel. No, this is just me. I've probably missed out a lot of stuff that are common for most people. But yeah, it's what's been on the mind. And there are just so many things to feel and so many things to do. I'm just really excited. So yeah, I'm gonna be documenting life thing through YouTube. I don't know. Stick around. How do they end these things? I don't know. Bye.